Hey there, and welcome to Momversations. I'm so excited to have you along on this journey as we embark on motherhood together. As a mom of two amazing girls, I completely understand what it feels like to feel alone and isolated during one of the most critical times of your life. It was during my breastfeeding journey with my second baby that I experienced the complete change in my life. It made me realize that moms need a space to talk, vent, and feel heard. On Momversations, we'll dive into the hard, unfiltered conversations about motherhood, from everyday joys to the tough moments. We'll have heart-to-heart chats, share practical tips, and hear from amazing guests that also have embarked on motherhood also. Breastfeeding was one of the toughest yet fulfilling experiences of my life. Not only was I providing my baby with the best milk that I could, but it was also a time for me to truly reconnect with myself, not just as a person, but as a woman and as a mom. It was a journey that brought me to realize how crucial it is for moms to feel heard, understood, and feel supported. On Momversations, we'll dive into the unfiltered conversations about motherhood, from the everyday joys to the tough moments. We'll have heart-to-heart chats, share practical tips, have amazing guests who have also walked the path of mom life. Becoming a mom or welcoming a new baby into your life can be incredibly challenging. Your emotions shift, your body changes, and it seems like everything around you transforms. This period in a woman's life is significant, and is often filled with beautiful moments and overwhelming struggles. Here at Momversations, I promise to create a safe space where we can share our experiences, support each other, and feel truly connected. I want to be a voice that understands the lonely feelings and the myriad thoughts that swirl through a mom's mind. Not just because how passionate I am about supporting moms, but because I've walked the journey. I know how important it is to feel heard, supported, and valued. So whether you're sipping coffee, juggling between nap times, or finding a moment of peace, let's make this space where every mom is heard, celebrated, and supported. Welcome to Momversations. Let's get started and dive into this beautiful journey of motherhood together. I started Momversations because it was a period of my motherhood where I felt like I was alone. Not physically, but mentally. I felt like there were certain thoughts that I had, and it made me feel like, am I tripping? Or do other women feel like this? You know what I mean? I'm trying not to cry. Thank you. I didn't have postpartum with Brayley. I feel like everything was smooth. You know what I mean? My pregnancy was smooth. My delivery was smooth. I didn't get an epidural. I really thugged it out, and I was like, how the heck am I doing this for real? It wasn't until Bailey that I really feel like everything kicked in. Not just because I was having another baby, but I breastfed her. And not by choice. It was by force, you know. And that's not a bad thing. I wanted to try something different with breastfeeding. I felt like with Brayley, she didn't really take my boob. Once I gave her the formula, she was like, oh, give me that stuff that you gave me the last time. But with Bailey, I wanted to try something different. And baby, was it different. Breastfeeding was hard, I'm not going to lie, you know. It gave me a lot of time to myself. It gave me a lot of time to really dissect being a mom, you know. I'm so grateful for my support system because it really takes a village. But with breastfeeding, having to be there for her around the clock because she did not take a bottle. Trust me, I ordered every bottle from Amazon. I went to Walmart. I went to my favorite store, Target. Trust me, I tried every bottle possible, and she was just like, no, I want your boob. So it took me a while to really accept that. You know, it took a while to come to terms with you can't go back to work. You can't, go out with your friends. You can't do the things that you used to because this is something new, you know. So during that time, I was just like, all of my thoughts that I was digesting, all of my feelings. Like I said, feeling alone, feeling like, I feel like all of my other friends is living their life and life is just passing me by. But yeah. Um, I don't think that I was completely brought out of it until I stopped breastfeeding. Because the emotions that you feel while you're pregnant, the hormones that you feel, the ups and downs of everything, I still felt that breastfeeding for 2.5 years after I had my baby. So that's a lot to go through. 9 months of feeling like, what the heck is going on, to still feeling like that 2.5 years later is crazy. It's crazy. So I don't, and even then, because after I was done breastfeeding, I had so much mom guilt. We'll talk about mom guilt on another episode. But I had so much mom guilt because I knew then, like, okay, I'm done. You know what? Actually, for me to stop breastfeeding was my New Year's resolution for 2024. And I dibbled and dabbled. I don't think I completely stopped to maybe February-ish, where I was just like, okay, Destiny, you set a goal. She's 2. She's healthy. She's fine. You know what I mean? She's, yes, she is speaking complete sentences at 1 years old. So I'm like, you really need to stop because at this point, you're doing this to yourself. And I had to find other ways. It was. But I had to find other ways to pacify that. She didn't have a pacifier, so it wasn't like I can give her something to be like, be quiet. Not be quiet, but, to give her comfort. So, yeah, so I'm hoping to give the mom community Momversations, honestly. As a mom, and I've said it countless times, there's no rule book in the delivery room. There's not a nurse that comes in and says, hey, let me give you this book before you leave. It's everything you need to know about being a mom. It'll let you know step by step on what to do, how to take care of your child, how to do X, Y, and Z. There's no one that comes in that postpartum room that tells you, hey, by the way, I'm going to give you this book before you leave. It'll be everything that you need. It'll help you throughout your mom journey. There's no one that comes in there and lets you know that. And I feel like becoming a mom, you're introduced to so many new emotions. You're introduced to so many new feelings that can make you feel isolated, that can make you feel like you have no one around you, So I aim to be the mom bestie that provides that safe space, that gives you that space to talk, to vent, to express yourself, to say the things that you might not say to your partner, or say the things that sometimes you might not say to your friends, I'm so grateful to have friends around me that pour into me, that uplift me, that support me, that speaks into me sometimes when I don't recognize my potential in myself sometimes. And we all have those moments, we all have those moments where We might feel inadequate as a mom. We might feel mom guilt. We might feel, however. But I want to be the one where moms feel like they can come talk, cry, laugh, you know, and get the hard things that they can't sometimes voice off their chest.